I had seen an audience just get completely loose, to break down all that cool barriers, where people are trying to be punk or cool in the early and mid 80s, when we used to go to punk rock shows, when all of a sudden, Sub Pop was putting out records and we were all friends with all these other bands and the audiences at the places like the Vogue and the Central. It was incredible. Like, people were, diving all over each other and falling down drunk and smiling and just vomiting and having a great time. It was just, there were no inhibitions at that time. Just everyone decided, let's have fun,
Is it still possible to do that, do you think? I mean, is that
Not
still
in Seattle.
Not in Seattle, no. We tried to play a show at the Crocodile a little while ago, and it was one of the stiffest, most uncomfortable shows I've ever played.
People are just watching, expecting.
Expecting what?
Expecting the Nevermind phenomenon.
Fuck up.
You're like, fuck up, yeah.
I have to go to the bathroom.
No.
Sorry.
Okay, can you
There's
just
one right there.
go handheld? We're just going to send the camera with you. And
Real world.
Lance.
Okay, wait, let's...
No, there's no lip there.
yeah, I think there is Lynn in there.
Hey, look, I'm getting married.
Is this a long time thing?
Oh, go
What?
drink some.
You and
You want
Jennifer?
some more
relationship?
wine? I'll get some more wine.
A couple years.
I'll be back.
So the whole band's going to be married.
Except for Pat.
Yeah.
I've had this resume with
Let's resume this.
You know you can walk them with
Thank you.
You were in the military.
We have an extra wine glass
I
here.
caught that a few times. You were in the military. Ever be overseas? You were in the military?
Okay, so you guys went and got Steve Albini to produce your record, which I thought struck me as a really good idea because I think production, as it's developed over the years, really seems to smooth out music a lot. I think maybe more people should do that. Do you think that's true?
Absolutely.
I mean, you hear riffs that were once like revolutionary, and now they're on Aerosmith records, and they're meaningless.
Big. Everything has got to sound big.
Yeah.
To me, it sounds flat. Tame.
I mean, did you tell Albini you wanted something, or did you just go to him because
No.
he had something?
See, he doesn't consider himself
He's
a
got
producer.
it. He's got it, and
He's a recorder.
He.
Listening to you. We were talking about something else.
They were talking about
Blood
blood and
blister.
blisters, yeah.
I was trying to draw you into this
Oh, sorry.
conversation.
I'm sorry. Let's start over. Most of the songs on our record were first tape.
No overdubs, just done straightforward.
No, there were overdubs. Guitar overdubs.
Has having Pat in the band changed the dynamic on stage?
Sure.
Makes it a lot more fun. Makes it easier for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, that's a good.
Gives something. It gives everyone something to look at. Oh yeah, right. Half the time I don't even ever look at the other guys. I mean, I have so many other things to concentrate on, and then I look over and I see Pat's smiling face, and it just gives me a bit of hope. Makes me feel good.
I know I saw you guys at Roseland. I think what I saw is right, that the stuff you're using on stage for like little stomp boxes are just little stomp boxes, right? They're not $300 great big.
Oh no, they're old, early '70s Electro Harmonics effects boxes.
Wow, how do you keep that stuff going?
Ernie
Batteries.
Bailey.
Yeah, our guitar friend. This guy he can fix anything, a blender or a guitar. He's great. He's just and they're
He's
kind of
into
hard to
old
find.
technology.
Yeah, those things are kind of hard to find, and I guess they're becoming collector's items now.
I think there's a store in New York that collects that stuff.
He knows, like,
Yeah,
like
Rogue
they,
Music.
they,
Sells it
they
for
use this
exorbitant
because they used this poor grade, cheap transistor at the time. That's what gave it that sound. Like, if you used a modern transistor, it wouldn't sound as
True.
cool.
If you were to use the same schematic but used contemporary electronics, you wouldn't get the same sound. You know what I mean?
The Soviet Union is now the former Soviet has got them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electro-harmonic That's the technology
Really?
that made
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The
They're not
sheet
the
metal
same.
is about
They're not
that
the
thick.
same.
It's so heavy.
The
It's
Soviet
just
tank
parts,
parts,
distortion
yeah.
box.
Still?
It's just
No, they're not.
Wow.
I got a big
Good.
Parties
And-
you can have, like, hey, who am I?
So I have to ask you about the story of the moment, since the only thing we cover is this Michael Jackson thing. What do you think is happening? What do you think?
We have no right to even.
No, I'm not asking you to speculate on his guilt or innocence. What do you think of just the uproar over it, like this?
I think it's
They need a
ridiculous.
story.
It's a
Story.
waste of
The
time.
press needs a story. Doesn't matter what the story is. It's a story.
Why don't you ask
You know?
Latoya? She'll do
This
the
starving
Yeah.
child.
Latoya. What do you think of Latoya?
This is it. The story is not like Sarajevo. It's a starving child in Sarajevo who's like foaming at the mouth and has like all this shell shrapnel in his back. The story is that child foaming at the mouth and not what's like going on there. It's like the story. You gotta have a story.
Why can Latoya pose nude with a snake but not have sexual relations with her sleazy Las Vegas husband?
Question for the ages. Who knows? I don't know. But I mean, all these people are just, there's this
Who
big,
knew?
big story in Vanity Fair about this, and just everybody involved in the story just seems like scum. I mean, they just seem horrible.
Yeah.
They just seem
Like,
horrible.
Fuck you all.
Yeah, it's just.
All the story press is like perspective. They got to get perspective on something, like in Rolling Stone. And how many perspectives have we read about the '60s? The '60s, what it meant, and where we are as like baby boomers and all this shit. It's like perspective and story and like revisionism. And it's just fucking who knows what is after that. You know, you read all this crap. Just
So are the authorities calling Michael back to the States? Is he actually breaking a law right now?
Not yet, because he hasn't been charged with anything criminally,
Well, in
but he has a civil
January.
suit pending, and
Yeah,
he's supposed to be here
yeah, but
maybe
the
this
Globe
weekend.
say
Deposition in
legally,
January. I
he
heard.
isn't like, you know.
No, he's not a fugitive.
jumping-
No.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Well, so what's the big deal? He
Well,
has
I
all
think
the
they
right to
think
be
they think
away
that,
until-
but I think they think he's acting suspicious.
So it's speculation.
Yeah. Oh, totally. I mean, who knows?
When
I mean,
I
it wouldn't
say-
matter if he got on Oprah again and cried in front of everybody. It's not going to change anyone's opinion.
You know what's gonna
about it.
happen? He's gonna fake his death. They're gonna fucking burn him, and he's gonna have his ashes scattered over Euro Disney. That's it. And I'll never.
And they're
drink
desperate. They'll go for it.
I just feel really sorry. For
Every
him.
time, you know, I'll be there. I'll be there. Just call out my name, and I'll be there. And who's it goes on? Tito. And Tito comes out. I'll be there to comfort you.
Hey, Tito's the cool one. I think.
He was only involved in the Mall of America thing. It's the only strange
It's
thing
just
he
the
did.
What's that?
press needs
Oh,
a
that's a
story.
great place.
Story,
Nice
story.
mall.
Is he involved in the Camp
Polly
Snoopy
Kloss.
ordeal?
Look at
Snoopy? I don't know.
Polly
Camp
Kloss.
Sniper?
Story. That was a story. It
Well,
was a
you know,
tragic story.
that's what journalism does. They zoom into a great big issue and take one thing out of it, and that's and people. The theory is that people can relate to the one thing.
And I'm giving you a story too, as a press person. I'm saying Polly Kloss, Klaas.
Right.
And like Polly Wants a Cracker, the song Polly. You know, and they didn't. Nobody latched on that, so I thought.
They'll latch on it as soon as we're playing in LA.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about this this song. Where Did You Sleep Last Night? That you do. Where did you first come upon this?
I'm off of one of my Lead Belly records. Actually, Burroughs, I was reading an interview with him in a magazine one time, and he said something like, these rock and roll kids of nowadays should throw away their electric guitars and listen to some real soul music, and they should listen to Lead Belly. And that was quite a few years ago, so
Yeah.
that's how I was introduced to him.
Except for that version you did on MTV Unplugged was great. I mean, it's just
Thank you.
phenomenal. It's really cool.
We don't play it very often because it's pretty emotional,
Yeah.
and so we usually just save it for
Yeah.
special moments.
Because I'd heard that song originally was in the Pines, and it was done by like Bill Monroe and Mike Seeger.
Yeah,
all these
Seegers,
guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Just for years and years
They
and years. Real
they
big
like
fan rock. I mean.
in the early '50s, like they totally did all the Lead Belly songs. The Seegers.
I don't know what's going on.
Sounds strange.
We're gonna kill ourselves on stage like Gigi Allen.
Oh.
What a
We miss
wuss.
Gigi. Well, sort of.
What?
That was a very touching
Good
movie,
night,
Gigi's,
funny
the movie on
boy.
Gigi's life.
I'm scared to see my mom. I'm gonna have to kill myself.
No, he was buried. He was in Flipside. That guy was in Flipside. He's like totally he's like this, and then he had this like this leather coat, and he had this jockstrap that said "Eat Me," He's when his jaw started eating, he's like totally dead.
That's the-
Oh, I'm so impressed.
The
He was
cover
so
of the new
pumped.
record. Have you heard the cover of his new record?
I know.
It's him in a casket and the band standing around the casket like. I swear to God.
Gigi still sings. Gigi lives.
Did you ever see Gigi? Did you see Gigi live?
No, I was just too afraid.
It was an amazing
No,
experience.
I was afraid.
I could have went one time. I know knew he was playing, but I just didn't get around to it.
You must
Would have been something.
handfuls of shit thrown at you, I suppose.
Yeah.
But still,
We being shit lovers ourselves.
as he was.
Way scared, man.